All right, let's dig a little deeper on the story with one of the first women who was a Republican woman to be on the Senate Judiciary Committee, Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, welcome back.
Thank you, Shannon.
Okay, so this is what the campaign has said so far. In a statement, a deputy campaign manager says he firmly believes, Mr. Biden, that women have a right to be heard and heard respectfully. Such claims should also be diligently reviewed by an independent press. What is clear about this claim? It is untrue. This absolutely did not happen. What will you be listening for tomorrow from the former vice president as he addresses this publicly?
The former vice president should step forward and say there should be no double standard when it comes to dealing with women and these accusations of sexual assault. And just as Christine Blasey Ford was heard, Tara Reade deserves to be heard. And, you know, Shannon, as I talk to women about this, they are saying, hey, wait a minute, where is fairness in this? Brett Kavanaugh was treated one way. The media was all over Brett Kavanaugh. They turned it into a kangaroo court with the help of the Democrats on the Judiciary Committee. And now there is nothing being said about Tara Reade. And the interesting thing to a lot of women about this is that Tara Reade can say, this is who I talked to. There is the recording of her mother calling in to Larry King. There are others that say, yes, she told us about this. So she has that corroborating evidence that is necessary that Christine Blasey Ford never had. She couldn't tell you date, time, place, year. Tara Reade can give you the specifics and the details. So it would be important for the vice president to come out and first of all tell the truth. And then secondly, say fairness is important here. Showing respect for women is important here. And there is no place for hypocrisy and there is no place for a double standard. You know, the Democrats have a tendency to say, we're going to abide by rules when it helps us to achieve our goal. But we're going to get rid of all of those rules if they stand in our way of reaching our goal. They hate President Donald Trump. They want to get rid of him at all cost.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he fleshes this out tomorrow because he's vowed to pick a woman as a female, as a running mate. And nearly all of them are on the record in the Kavanaugh case, and they're going to have to answer these questions as well. So we'll see. I want to get you to weigh in on the Flynn case as well, because we've seen very interesting documents yesterday and today. There are those who operate within the national intelligence sphere who say, listen, this is standard operating procedure. This is what you would do in prepping to go see someone. You got to map out what they might say, if they're going to lie to you, those kinds of things. And that if you see a deep state conspiracy here, you're reading too much into it. What do you say?
I say they're trying to cover up. And when you go back and you look at the timeline of how this all transpired and began to look at the different actions, look at Chuck Schumer's comments, look at James Comey's comments after this happened, some of his arrogance and his flippancy as he talked about how he just sent two guys over to the White House because this administration wasn't organized. I mean, how arrogant, how elitist. What we know is that they wanted an insurance policy to get rid of Donald Trump. They decided to target Michael Flynn for whatever reasons. I'm sure all of that is going to come out. And Shannon, what we do know is the Durham report is yet to come to us. There will be more information that is going to be there. But here is what should really scare every American. If they can do this to Michael Flynn, if they can set him up and go about trying to set a group of questions to have him lie, then they can do this to anybody else. This was done by the premier law enforcement agency, and it was done to an American citizen. And the fact that they felt they were insulated and they could use their power to take down a political candidate who became president of the United States. I hope we go into this for oversight, for investigation. I hope there will be justice served through the Durham report. I hope that Attorney General Barr is going to pay close attention to this. It sounds as if there may need to be some house cleaning done over at the FBI. And the message should be sent. These people do not work for themselves. They work for the American people. And this should never happen again.
Well, it's important to note that Flynn did plead guilty, and a lot of folks say he was pressured into that, but it is part of the whole legal system and how it worked out. So we'll talk about this a little bit more with Trey Gowdy coming up. In the meantime, Senator, we know you're due back in town next week. There's a little debate over that, but we hope to see you soon.